Hi guys, so I'm going to show you how to calculate force from mass, given mass and acceleration. So you're going to follow these steps listed on here. This is going to stay with you. The force formula or equation, what have you, is located in your reference sheet, which you all have access to. If you're in person, it's at the beginning of your packet, and if you're online, it's linked within your assignments. Okay, it's also in the slide presentation that you see every day. So it's really simple with given acceleration and mass, as long as you just like substitute in the formula. So this day is going to be all focused on practicing. Okay, so here we are given acceleration and mass. First thing that we do is write out the equation, which is let me see if I got it here. Force, you can just put F if you'd like to, equals mass times acceleration. Okay, you can do it just like that. And then what you do is circle the mass and acceleration. I'm going to highlight instead of circle here, so if you're online, you can do the same. If you're in person, you could do either or. So, okay, there's the mass, there's the acceleration, it's given to you. Now plug the values into the formula. So force, we don't know yet, but we do know mass, which is 2. And we also know acceleration, which is 5. You can leave the kilogram, like you can leave the units out for the beginning, but make sure to place them back in at the end. Cool. So after that, then we solve for force. So 2 times 5 is 10. This is a rather simple problem. And then use the correct unit. So the unit for force is newtons. Okay. This is also, it's located here, and it's also located in your reference sheet. So when you actually, the reasoning for this is like if you place newtons together, newtons is actually kilograms times meters per second, or it can also be kilograms times meters per second squared. But since that's a lot to write, scientists, mathematicians have determined, oh, well, what these units actually mean, like when you plug this all in together, then it is actually a Newton force. That's what it means. So we simplify it and put it into a different unit. Oops. So there you go. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I just want it to be normal. Cool. So if you plug this in, I just wanted you to see this because we use meters per second squared instead of meters per second because it's more simplified, right? So we simplified that first. And here, kilograms times meters per second squared is equivalent to a Newton, okay? It's just more simplified. Cool. So the same thing here. You're going to follow the steps and use that. So you can do that with your teacher, or you can just try it and then review. So you can pause this video. Awesome. So what you should have gotten is, let me make sure, what you should have gotten is a force equals mass times acceleration. So force equals mass, which is 12 times 10, and that would give us 120 newtons. Okay, cool. So that should have been your answer. Now, with the circling or highlighting of the mass and acceleration values, it is going to be beneficial in our word problems. So I'm going to work over this one with you. Miss McDonald and Dr. Skeeter went golfing. Dr. Skeeter hit a golf ball with a mass of 0.2 kilograms, which accelerate at a rate of 20 meters per second squared. So what amount of force acted on the ball? Well, the first thing we're going to do is, since we know that we are doing this, we're looking for force. So we need to do force equals mass times acceleration. And then we're going to circle the mass and acceleration values. Okay, so maybe you can also like highlight it in a different color. Like for mass, I'm going to highlight it in yellow. For acceleration, I'm going to highlight it in green. If you're in person, you can write down like mass at the top here, or M, and you can write down A or acceleration toward the bottom here. So you can really identify those because you need to know acceleration, the unit, and mass, the unit that we will use. Now that we have that, we're going to plug the values into the formula. So force equals the mass, which is 0.2 times the acceleration, which is 20. Don't worry about the units right now because they're going to equal out to something else. Now, what is 20 times 0.2? You can use calculators. Please don't tell me 40 because it's not, right? Because remember, you have to move that decimal value. So it is force equals 4 newtons. Cool. Force equals 4 newtons, or you can also say, and be fancy with it, 4 kilograms times meters per second squared, which is the same thing, but newtons for short, because that's what we like to go by here. Okay, beautiful. That's what you're going to be doing for the rest of this class. So let me fix this for you, make it nice and clean. So you're just going to first do a table set similar to what we did before. Yes, you can use calculators for this to make it go by quicker, because I think you use that in your state test. And then now we are going to do some word problems, different word problems, having you explain. And then at the very end, you have an exit ticket, which is for a grade. So go ahead and grade these guys. We're going to grade these guys for you. Make sure to box your answers so it's easy for us to like identify your answer. Be nice and clean with your work. Okay, guys, that's it. Good luck.